Imagine a vast, untamed land ripe with potential and promise. This is the story of the Afrikaners, a people whose roots are deeply embedded in the southern tip of Africa. They arrived with little more than the clothes on their backs, a few essential supplies, and an unyielding spirit, and a thirst for something greater, something more. But the question that echoes through the corridors of time is this: how did the Afrikaners, against all odds, carve out their place not just in the landscape, but at the very top of the social and economic hierarchy? The seeds of their story were sown in the mid-1600s, when Dutch ships, weary from their long voyages, finally dropped anchor in the sheltered waters of the Cape of Good Hope. This marked the beginning of a new chapter, a new destiny. From those ships outstepped a motley crew, farmers eager to cultivate the land, soldiers tasked with protecting the burgeoning settlement, and even exiles, seeking a fresh start far from the constraints of their homelands. They were met with a harsh and unforgiving land, and even tougher locals, who had already called this place home for centuries. But these settlers, who would later become known as Boers and Afrikaners, fought tooth and nail against hunger, devastating drought, and constant lurking danger. But mere survival was just the initial hurdle, the first chapter in a much larger saga. As the years and decades relentlessly rolled on, these determined settlers found themselves in fierce clashes with the encroaching British Empire, and in a defining moment they bravely trekked deep into the vast, unexplored interior, seeking freedom and land, and with unwavering resolve they built thriving, booming towns from nothing more than dust, sweat, and sheer determination. Their unique language, Afrikaans, a testament to their resilience and adaptability, grew organically from a melting pot of primarily Dutch, but also incorporating local dialects, and a rich blend of shared experiences and collective dreams. Now hold on tight, because here's where the story takes an unexpected and dramatic twist. You might naturally assume that the real riches, the source of their prosperity, came from the seemingly endless expanse of fertile farms, right? From cattle grazing on vast pastures, from golden wheat fields yielding bountiful harvests, or perhaps even from the occasional discovery of a little gold. Wrong. Utterly wrong. The true turning point, the catalyst for immense wealth, dramatically exploded onto the scene in the 1800s, when glittering diamonds and shimmering gold quite literally burst forth from the very depths of the earth. Suddenly, unimaginable fortunes were made practically overnight, transforming the landscape and the lives of many. Fortunes that would shape the destiny of Afrikaner families for generations to come, and fortunes that also enriched the British colonial elite, creating powerful mining magnates. All of this incredible wealth, however, was undeniably built on the backs of cheap labor, primarily that of the indigenous African population, and fueled by high-stakes gambles and rampant mining speculation. So the question remains, how exactly did the Afrikaners manage to rise to such a position of power and influence? It wasn't solely through sheer grit and determination, although that certainly played a significant role, but also by quite literally striking it lucky, stumbling upon unimaginable riches atop some of the most geologically rich and mineral-laden soil anywhere in the world. In South Africa, the weight of history is palpable. It isn't just something that's passively written down in books. It's actively mined, extracted, and unearthed from the very ground beneath our feet. And what is the real treasure to be found in all of this? Ultimately, it's the story itself, the complex, multifaceted, and often contradictory narrative of a people and a land forever intertwined.